Oh
Back
my
recording.
god.
Yeah.
What you guys cannot see is my housemate's just walked into the room with what looks like homemade cinnamon rolls. Can I have one? No. Okay, later. But they look absolutely ridiculous.
No, I'm so jealous.
And that's for all you guys listening on chat. Homemade cinnamon rolls in the house.
Man, well jelly.
There was a really, really fantastic article by some guy on Twitter, which is not useful. I'll try and find it and share it in a minute. Talking about just kind of how Magic has evolved away from being focused on the pros to focused on the.
That was a Reddit post, and
it was a Reddit post. If you read it,
I have read it, and it was really funny because it was like I agree with what you're saying. I can see exactly what you mean, but apparently there's been some internal shift that just goes all the way back, where they went, wait a minute, we've got these people willing to make this free content for us. Is this a mulligan or is this a keep, Alex?
What are you doing?
Nothing until turn 3, and then I might be playing the Branch Walker.
Mulligan.
Yeah. This is a keep.
I totally bought everything he said in that article.
I did as well. I was like, this makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, I think it was very well written, and I think he was. It seemed that he'd done some research on it, and kind of when you look at it through that lens, it makes a lot of sense. So that was kind of my takeaway, really.
I'm going to leave that on top. It's another action spell. It finds me lands. I'm relatively happy for that.
That definitely was the takeaway I got from it. Was when you stop thinking like a Magic player and start thinking about what it means to actually run a company that produces a board game.
Yes, yeah,
which is
exactly.
Which is what it is.
Perfect.
When you actually step back and rather than thinking about, the Pro Tour's always been this way, this is how it works, and you think maybe a bit more in terms of what is it they're actually doing to create a Pro Tour, is pretty interesting.
Yes, no, I totally get it. They're like that sort of, as you say, you start thinking about it as the company would, and you go, why on earth would we be doing this? And then the next day they turned around and did it, basically. I think we're just contempting this Banalish Marshall, otherwise it could cause us some real problems.
Contempt attack for 5, I like it.
Yeah, right?
It's better than playing a potentially 2-1.
Yeah.
And I do, because it's something that I've thought about in the past, is that it is quite odd that Wizards are the company that puts on the tournaments.
The only other time that I have ever really seen it is in League of Legends, where Riot has full control of their tournament scene. Oh wow, okay, we're just rolling in Branch Walkers. I'm gonna attack first.
Yep.
Because I don't think I'm attacking with this Land Rolf in case they have a flash blocker of some description. I don't. Or settle the wreckage. Thank you for ramping me.
I was going to say you want lands, so this solves that problem.
Yeah, it does. Take action. I will have a swamp and a forest.
Nice. Yeah, so I think the point that the author of the article made at the end, which was if you don't like the tournament scene, then perhaps think about creating a new tournament scene.
Yes.
Or unionizing. And SCG.
The idea of unionizing was actually really interesting to me. And yeah, again, as you say, the SCG.
It's the difficult thing about the unionizing is, you have some amount of power, but not a huge amount of power. So the parallel.
What's the line here? By the way, I'm just checking what's the line here. Am I meant to be Chupacabring away this Healer's Hawk, attacking for 6, so that they can't easily trigger this Dawn of Hope? Or
your opponent has 4 lands to your 6. I think you play Carnage Tyrant. if they want to spend half of their mana drawing a card, that's fine.
No, that's true. I'm going to attack
because
the 6 first.
Because I think you can set up a line where you attack and contemptuate any blockers for the Carnage Tyrant. Which is a very simple line. But I think ultimately they don't... Your way to win is take away their time to take over the game.
Yep. And opponent agrees with you.
Yeah. So the example the author of this article used was...
Now we've got 5 pips to get to rank up.
Was the NFL... not the NFL, the NBA. The American Basketball League. Oh, that is a powerful magic card you have there.
I'm literally scratching my head. I'm like, I forgot this was even in the set.
Yeah, I mean, that set was terrible, so...
Well, yeah, it was because anything that wasn't a creature that turned sideways for value wasn't worth thinking about.
Yeah. So, the parallel is with the NBA, kind of, the players kind of unionized to an extent, and they became very powerful in their ability to set the contracts. And so they're no longer bought and sold in the way soccer players are. They're much more control their own destiny, like the vast majority of employees on the planet.
Mulligan.
My computer is dying. The disadvantage you have, Magic player, is for Wizards' business to function, it is not reliant on the pro scene. They are making waves, and they do want ambassadors, and they've got people willing to be free ambassadors for their product. But you know, if it did die, Arena's still here. People still play Arena. People would still stream Arena.
They would still make money. Like,
I don't think the loss of the pro community would actually cause Wizards that much of an issue. Which is why I think they need to move away from Wizards-controlled tournaments and try to rely more on the SCG or some other tournament circuit.
The problem is that the SCG only really works even for a small portion of America. Right?
Well, you have in Europe you have the MKM series.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. And if the Pro Tours stopped happening in Europe, then I'm pretty sure MKM would be able to step up and provide something. But you're right. A lot of the incentive to travel the world to play in tournaments is because that's what you want, because you were paid to do it. I don't know. I think it's a really difficult issue, and I think that as long as the people who
run the Chupacabra out there, doubt they're playing anything worth choosing.
Yeah, you can Vivian down a Lyra, so yeah. Okay, so my final viewpoint of it is, as long as you are reliant on Wizards to run and organize your professional scene, you're going to struggle to get what you need out of it, because at the end of the day, their end goals are not aligned to making a profit from, like...
We could just be dead here, folks.
I mean, they've cast a fairy.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think you lose.
Vivian Reed?
Yep.
And just hope that it resolves?
It's quite hard to counter Vivian. Oh, okay. They just have them in the game.
So you've got claws.
Problem is, in a best of one, you come pre-boarded, so all of your metagaming doesn't actually matter. And that's something that I think goes away to a certain degree with the best of ones as well. You're thinking about, okay, well, a lot of these decks, they have this in or they have that in, and it's just like, who knows, because you're playing a best of one, so maybe they come pre-sideboarded or maybe they just play a 60. I don't know.
I mean, you cannot possibly win now.
No, I'm super dead. Sorry, you were saying about the tournament scene.
Oh, I was just trying to say that I don't think that while Wizards has control of the tournament scene, that it will reflect what the pros need it to be or want it to be. Oh, there we go. That solves part of your problem. Well, kind of does. Yeah, so it's a difficult problem because what the players want is Wizards to channel funds out of elsewhere to pay for the tournament scene. So the tournament scene becomes a loss leader. It's an event that loses money because the idea is that they gain money elsewhere through advertising, sales, Now with Arena, that may become true. If the viewing platform they've built for you to watch these Mythic tournaments is a good one, and you can see both players' hands, and you can scroll over cards to see what cards do, and you have quality commentary, then yeah, I can totally believe that the Arena tournaments will lead to increased sales or viewership or whatever.
What's the point there?
I'm skeptically. I don't believe. I think it's very, very, very hard to make Paper Magic do that. I think the only people who enjoy watching Paper Magic coverage are people like us who are invested players. And who
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like, we've watched enough Magic coverage that I can tune in, I can look at a board state, and I could name you all the cards on the board.
Right.
I can do that within week 1 of Standard. More or less.
Yeah.
Right? I've looked at the spoiler enough to know what the cards are. I've thought about deck lists enough to know what's likely to be in a deck. So, more or less, you can do it. Now, given that coverage is very, very hard to make work, and then on top of that, you have the problem of you have to pay for venues, you have to pay to fly your commentators out there, you have to do all this insurance and all this other stuff, which Channel Fireball events run on behalf of Wizards. But as long as that cost exists, it's like, okay, I can run this not quite for free, but for the cost of some server power.
Yeah.
Which you kind of have in existence anyway. So for a reasonably negligible cost.
Naya, you
and
say?
I don't. Nice. It's a sort of thing where it makes sense to support a GP circuit. Especially the last couple of European GPs have sold out.
Yeah, which I think is great.
We suspect is because they downsized their venues, because GP attendance was not good enough.
Yeah. But at the same time, it was in the standard format and everyone hated the standard format. Like, I was trying to defend that format and I couldn't because it wasn't very good.
It was awful. We went to Brussels earlier this year and there were barely 1,200 people playing the main event.
Exactly.
I went to a sealed event in Warsaw a couple of weeks ago, and it sold out at like 2,500 people. So it makes sense to run what they're calling Magic Fests, and putting the Pro Tour as part of the Magic Fest makes a huge amount of sense. It consolidates costs because you're only hiring the one venue rather than a separate venue for Pro Tours. It helps you to get people engaged with what's going on because they can actually go and watch the Pro Tour in person.
That was actually something that I think maybe Jerry T brought it up in his thing, where it was just like, you made the Pro Tours closed. Why did you do that? Like,
no. Free ambassadors again. It's free ambassadors.
Exactly.
It's this idea of you want to encourage your pros to do meet and greets. You want to encourage them once they crash out of day 2 of the Pro Tour to go and do spell slinging. Like, that's the sort of thing you want to do at these events. That's how you turn a Magic Fest from a Grand Prix into an actual Magic Fest. By engaging the pros who are there to play the Pro Tour, and who haven't had a great day of it, but can turn it around and do something else.
Yeah, Well, I mean, Autumn's already talking about the fact that she's planning on doing side events. No, actually, no, she didn't mention side events. Coverage mentioned side events, but she's in Barcelona, so
yeah,
they're going to have a wonderful time out there.
But it's the sort of thing, like, I would absolutely love when GP London rolls around to, turn up and go and watch Autumn play at the Pro Tour.
That would be great, right? You just go, okay, I'm going to play some of this.
Yeah, it's like I intend to play the main event, but it'd be really cool just to turn up and go and support my friend at their biggest event that they play.
Yeah.
So, I think that they're moving in a positive direction. Wait a minute, I've got a request. 1 moment.
Mm.
Chat. I have just been informed that I'm not allowed my cinnamon buns till tomorrow. What is this?
Yeah.
What is absolutely heinous?
What is this nonsense?
Comes in, waves freshly baked cinnamon buns in my face, and then says I'm not allowed them till tomorrow. Absolutely disgraceful.
Okay, so they've got to settle the wreckage manners.
Yeah, so that's kind of my nugget, is that I think paper Pro Tours being folded into GPs is a good way, again, to kind of create some cost savings. Do you just trophy their land and hit them?
Oh, well, no, I'm going to attack them with two things that are both lethal, because they might just have settled the wreckage.
Do you have a Carnage Tyrant in your graveyard?
March of the Multitude, you say?
Nice.
No, I do not, unfortunately.
So, yeah.
That's annoying, but cool.
Let's see if they do it right. Yeah.
Oh, they are doing it right, yep.
They are doing it right. Nice.
Well, they should have actually put an extra one in front of this J-Light Ranger.
It would have died.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, assuming you have nothing, it would have died. I think you're supposed to let this happen.
I am going to let this happen, and then I'm meant to Finality to wipe the board, and then I'm meant to take the Spires of Orazka.
Well, let's see what you draw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's see what you draw.
Did you see my Lana Rose spinning around?
That was brilliant.
That animation is perfect. Nothing needs to change.
Do you not play the... okay.
No, we Finality.
I'm not convinced that's worth it. I'm not convinced you're not supposed to just buy back more creatures and attack through these dweebs.
You think?
I don't know. Like, it feels to me that...
I'm just worried about, like, Flourish or something crazy.
Your opponent has 1 card in hand and 9 life, and you're on 24 with a Planeswalker. I think... I don't know, you're playing against a control deck. I would go for the route that gets you the most value.
Okay. Well, we're going to get a Wildgrowth Walker and a J-Light Ranger back.
I would just go for... Okay.
Just multiple explore
I would have gone for the Seeker Squire because it attacks through. Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, do you...
I'm going to do Wildgrowth Walker into J-Light Ranger, and I wish I played the Memorial to Folly now, but whatever.
Yeah. Well,
we live and we
change your
learn.
mind.
Graveyard, I've already got one.
Yeah.
Library.
What was the other cards? Oh yeah.
Carnage
yeah, exactly. This is how you win.
Yeah.
There's an argument. You've got the Memorial, so you can even play the Carnage Tyrant and not worry about getting swept again.
Mm-hmm.
Like between the Memorial and Vivian, you'll find another one. Yeah, so I think combining GPs with Pro Tours and putting more Pro Tours online is a really big and interesting change.
Am I meant to Assassin's Trophy this Spires now? Let's tick Vivian up first and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, start there.
I've seen things that would
Because they can't spy as the Carnage Tyrant, can they? Do they have a detection tower?
I don't
Take
believe
a Carnage
so.
Tyrant.
Yeah, it's just taking up a Carnage Tyrant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can trophy this Spires right now and then just play a Carnage Tyrant and I think we're
you
good.
need to trophy it?
Maybe not. I just like...
I think you need to. I think you just play the Tyrant and just attack with everything, right?
Just attack with everything first, surely.
Attack with everything.
Yeah.
So they can kill one thing. Or buy themselves some time. I think before you drew the Tyrants, I think killing the Spires was important.
Yes. See, now what I'm playing against is a Settle the Wreckage, right?
Sure. But this is why you have 2 Carnage Tyrants. You only ever deploy one at a time.
Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong that maybe holding it is a little conservative. But I feel like you're in a position of strength and can afford to wait.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Opponent has 1 card in hand.
Like, I'm trying to think what they could possibly do that would...
There's no X blue spell to draw a bunch of cards. Banefire isn't going to be big enough to kill me.
Strikes me as a Banefire. Is this the rainbow? No, they are just straight.
No, they're just straight 3 colours, lots of ramp.
So they might have like Zakama or something weird.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be something. I mean, I guess you can contempt it, but I don't know. I'm just when I don't know what my opponent's doing, I don't want to spend my catch-all answer on something I can beat another way.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If anything, you want to kill the Archer Raska.
Yeah, because it's drawing them an extra card a turn. Let's have a look at Vivian Reed. What you got for us, Vivian? Midnight Reaper seems good.
Yeah.
We're going to play it now.
Yeah. The swings.
Land.
Yeah, let's
Plunge! Let us get settled. Okay, guess we're not getting settled.
Yep, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. I don't even feel like I play anything here.
No, definitely not. Pass turn. If
I'm
they
gonna
wrath,
hold
you
up
draw
this
4
Wrath of
cards.
Contempt.
I mean, Archer Raska and Spires Raska are some of my favourite things to do in Standard.
Yes,
so.
I understand. You played a lands
Oh,
deck, didn't
it
you?
was terrible, and I loved it. Is my best way of describing it.
I'm going to block with this Jade Light Ranger. This feels like they've got a Wrath coming.
This is definitely a Wrath. What's Vivian's ultimate? Is it -8 or -7?
-8, unfortunately.
I've lost to that. It's quite embarrassing.
It's so good. I lost to it in Limited against Pete Ward.
I mean, Planeswalkers Unlimited are just not okay.
Yeah.
So.
And also, he's a very good Magic player, and my deck was a train wreck.
Also those things.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Clarion.
And another one. Uh-huh, uh-huh. I see. However...
Memorial to Folly. Crack-a-lackin'.
Can I click the Carnage Tyrant? Thank you very much. Interface gets a little bit finicky about choosing one of many things. My turn.
I mean, it's still only just outside of beta, isn't it? So.
Well, I mean, we're still technically in open beta, aren't we?
Are we? I have no idea.
I think we're still in open beta. I'm also going to play this J-Light Ranger. I think that's relatively safe to play. Oh, actually, I should have done this first.
Shoulda, woulda.
J-Light Ranger? Chupacabra. Chupacabra.
J-Light draws cards. Oh well.
Yeah, but we've already got a J-Light. We've played many J-Lights. And the cards they draw are lands. We have lands. Graveyard.
Yeah, but Chupa Chups does literally nothing.
Unless they have some big dorky blocker.
You've got a Contempt.
I know. I'm just saying.
And I'm saying you're wrong, sir.
You ain't wrong about me being wrong.
So what I love about this hand is that you played Carnage Tyrant, they kill it. You play the second one, they kill it. You get 2 back.
Yeah, it's great. And this is what the deck is meant to do. This gets to this grindy point where you're just like, can you beat my hexproof creature? Okay.
That's about to be
can you beat my second hexproof creature? Okay. Can you beat them both again? Oh, you have. Well, I've ultimated my Planeswalker, so all of my creatures are now indestructible. Banefire X's 4 on the Vivian Reed to stop her from ultimating, but didn't kill her.
I mean, I think they still have to do
it. They do, but why didn't they do it for more?
So they can draw a card?
Maybe.
I am confused.
I'm going to put the third Carnage Tyrant in my hand.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they're going to draw here, and if they don't hit settle, they're dead. They know, like, basically all of my hand as well.
I think they played pretty well, considering that I think they have a big deck
another
disadvantage.
March. That's why. Oh.
They've left one open?
Yeah, weirdly. And it ain't even the Spires.
Maybe that's a misclick.
I think so, yeah.
Wonder why you do it for X's 4. What a strange...
Again, I think you're right. I think it was meant to be...
Oh, the one reason you'd leave one open... Oh, they don't have another card. I say the one reason you leave one open is so you can cast another one, right?
Yeah.
Is it green, white, white?
It is, no. Green, white, white, yeah. So you could do it off of a single green again.
That's the one reason you'd leave it open, but they don't have any cards in hand, so who knows?
No, they do not.
Kill it.
That Carnage Tyrant just flipping around inside the pack.
That was amazing.
That was so good. Well, here's another Carnage Tyrant, and also I'm just going to hold up Thrass's Contempt, I think.
Yeah.
Like you say.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you have more cards? Do you have 8 cards?
Yeah, I do, but I'm just going to bin a
play the
land.
No,
I'm just going to hold up 4 mana in case they do have something completely crazy like a Zakama, and I just get to go trigger on the stack, kill it.
What I love about this game is that we could have ended this.
Oh, so many times. So many times we could have just killed our opponents.
You're a man after my own heart, Jack. So at the GP in Liverpool last week, I won only 2 games, but I did win 2 games.
I'm a freaking genius!
You are. I won 2 games by brainstorming my opponent to oblivion, and it felt so good. So, someone even said to me, you know that Jace has other modes, and I was like, yeah.
Don't think I care.
Ooh, we played against Charles, actually.
Elatambi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he managed to ultimate Jace against Kari. It was brilliant. It's the one time I've ever seen it.
Blah.
Ooh, Palaka Worm. I am a fan of Palaka Worm.
I'm not. This is freaking tedious. Just die!
Just kill it with your... Why? Why would you want to finish... Why? Just keep playing with your food. It's great.
I'll take another wild growth. Chupacabra's got to be better.
Just kill him. This is absolutely brilliant. I don't know what your problem is.
They should be dead.
Yeah, but you get to keep playing with them. Isn't that great? Isn't that everything you want?
I mean, this is actually a really interesting match. Just because, as you say, I haven't got a clue what they've got. What have they drawn? They're arching my J-Light Ranger, obviously. Yeah, Spiazing, rather.
I'll admit.
I'm loving this one block.
I'll admit that we maybe should have killed the Arch, but... I don't know.
Do you want me to just do it now?
No, because what if they play... Well... No, it's funny. It's funny to have the answer and never use it. You should probably kill the Arch of Vraska.
I'm going to kill the Arch of Vraska. An opponent's like, you must have had that in your hand for the last, 10 turns. Because I know you haven't drawn it, because I've seen everything you've drawn. Yeah, I'm just going to play out this Wild Growth Walker. Make them raff the board, and then I'm going to find finality back 2 Carnage Tyrants. I think I've got one
sometimes,
in here. Yeah.
Sometimes magic is easy.
I thought you were going to... No!
Yes! Yes! It happened!
Could you please just die?
Yes! Oh, look at that sweet animation.
It's a really good animation. Oh, for God's sake.
Carnage Tyrant. Here's my friend, it's Carnage Tyrant. Oh, that was so good, and yet it did nothing. I could not be happier right now. This is Magic at its most beautiful.
To start it, I get to eat something with one of my chupacabras. Yes. Om nom 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 nom.
This is pure.
this is pure something. Yes, Alex.
This is.
I'm not going to play out another Carnage Tyrant.
Play Vivian.
Oh, I have a spare Vivian.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. So they had the literal perfect card, and it did nothing.
It's fine, I'm just an idiot.
I mean, we knew that, Jack, but we didn't want to say.
That's mean. You're mean to me.
I am a horrible person.
I said that to Simeon on the podcast.
What, that I'm a horrible person?
No, not that you were a horrible person. I don't disparage my friends to others. I mean, apart from...
Just the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi,
chat. Don't tell him. But Simeon was like, I didn't think my opponent...
This is so good. This is so good.
This is so painful.
This is everything I want.
This is so painful to play. This is actively painful to play.
Oh my god, this is brilliant.
To damage. And the turn
look
spins.
At him go!
Right, okay.
How do you feel about another Carnage Tyrant?
Yeah, how do you feel about dinosaurs, Alex?
I have a question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
What's the library count?
20 versus 25. We've drawn a few more cards than them. Carnage Tyrant. Do I choops away a 1-1? I don't feel like I do. I think I just play Vivian Reed and just let them attack Vivian Reed.
There is one thing that would make this game better.
Go on. If they hit a flourish off the top.
If someone could cast Time Twister. That would just be.
You understand that you're a monster, yes, Alex?
I like what I like, Jack. I make no apology.
So, opponents at 20 again. They've got 5 more cards in their library. They're about to kill my Planeswalker, which makes me not happy. This is completely mental.
This is so good.
You recognise, opponent, that you could have stopped at 8 because I only had 2 blockers and no mana available.
But they gain most.
Yeah, but then they can just attack me for the rest of it.
Oh.
Opponent is being wasteful.
I mean, our opponent also understands that you don't have to win until you've won. I wonder if they have a Settle the Wreckage. What do you think?
How many marches have they cast? 1, 2, 3.
All
they
4.
Could have another march.
Oh, I thought that was 4. Did I miscount?
Possibly.
I mean, they can also just take 7 damage and not care.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Memorial. I think I'm playing out the next Carnage Tyrant and the Chups.
No, you want to hold the Chups, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an Assassin's Trophy, though.
But they might have another Archer Resker. And that's something you definitely want to kill.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I've got Assassin's Trophy for that. I could just play out the Chups here.
But what if they play another Zakama?
I think I have to Assassin's Trophy that in response to its trigger. So I think we're just passing the turn.
Play the Chupacabra then.
No, we're passing the turn. I don't have the mana to do that this turn.
Fair enough.
My problem is if I allow them to untap all their lands with Zakama, they just burn me out.
This is
okay. Please don't have a Settle the Wreckage.
Just attack with just one of them. And then you can... So they put 6 in front of it. You kill one of them.
With an Assassin's Trophy, really?
Why not? Then what do they have left over?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. They've got some number of them left over. Yeah, okay. And if they'd put 7 in front of it, we would have just gone, cool, we get to kill one for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. We've got another one in the graveyard to get back with this Memorial to Folly this turn.
Nice.
Yeah. To damage! Grah. Spinning Carnage Tyrant! We're going to hold this Tubes. Unless we've got another one.
Yeah, I think you're now forced to hold the Tubes.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get one back with the Memorial.
No, I don't. I want to get a Carnage Tyrant back with Memorial. And then I want to hold it in my hand.
Yeah, you do.
Gonna get that.
Sweet dinosaur.
See, on MTGO, I'd be like, oh, perfect. I'd be all worried about the clock.
Yeah. The slowest of deaths.
This is so slow.
This
Memorial.
Is so perfect.
Oh, that was what I was saying. So Simeon's like, I didn't think my opponent would play around with me. Like, I played a spell and they went, oh, that's really annoying. And I was like, Simeon, you can never assume that is correct. I think I have to kill this Tristana.
Yeah, because then you can attack.
Yeah, exactly. And I've still got another Memorial to Folly going on. And I've got a Carnage Tyrant spare in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the one. I'm like, Simeon, everything said at a Magic table is utter nonsense. It's complete rubbish. Like,
yeah.
I thought I'd been teaching you this by going, oh, that's really annoying. Here's the Wrath. You know, I I thought I was trying to get this through to you. And he's like, you shouldn't be doing that to me. I'm your friend. And I'm like, yes, I'm also trying to teach you that I'm an awful person.
Ooh. What's this attack mean?
A wrath.
They found a wrath?
They found a wrath.
And yeah, if you can't mess with your friends, who can you mess with?
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Well, this gets countered.
Lol. Lol, lol, lol. There's a rules interaction that
the opponent didn't know.
Learned the hard way.
Yep. Oh, did Simeon tell you about his wrong judge call at the GP?
No.
He marches for like 15, blocks. He's being attacked by a Carnage Tyrant. Opponent concedes off of the Star of Extinction counter.
Shame concede.
Shame concede. Yeah, anyway, Simeon, he's being attacked by a Ripjaw Raptor and a Carnage Tyrant. He's facing off against like Abzan dinosaur things.
Okay.
And he goes, okay, well, I finally found my march for 15. And then he's like, block the Ripjaw Raptor. I'll end up with more of them, so I'll be able to attack back. I've got 2 flourishes in hand. I'll be able to gain a ton of life. Like, I'm pretty certain they'll be dead at that point.
Yeah.
He puts all 15 in front of the thing so that he gains extra life. And his opponent goes, cool, I draw 15. And he's like, no, you don't. You draw 1.
Definitely, you draw 1.
Yeah. And the guy calls the judge over, and they have a bit of a chat, and the judge goes, yeah, he draws 15. And Simeon's like, I'm pretty certain he doesn't. And the guy goes, you can't appeal, I'm the head judge. Like, the judge is like, I'm the head judge, so any appeals would come to me.
Wrong.
Yeah, exactly. The guy draws 15, finds finality, clears the board, wins 2 turns later. The judge comes up to Simeon the next round and goes, yeah, he wasn't meant to draw 15. I'm really sorry about that.
That's just...
Yeah.
Well, that's the point where Simeon's supposed to just argue more.
I mean...
It's definitely not. Can just say to him, can you please look up that ruling and show me the ruling?
Yeah, can you look up the ruling for me? Yeah.
Can you show me the ruling on your phone? So we had someone... Kari was playing against a guy playing Counter's Company. And so Corey has a Graphic Cage in play, which says that creatures may not enter the battlefield from libraries.
Yeah.
His opponent casts Call to Calling, looks at Corey, looks at Graphic Cage and goes, I'm a silly.
Yeah.
Calls the judge over, and the judge starts telling him that it's like, oh, you can't cast that spell, so untap your lands and put it back in your hand. And everyone at the table just goes, no. Like, Corey, me, the guy who's played it, and my opponent, just everyone's just like, that is not how that works. He casts that card and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And the judge just like, just go check.
Yeah.
The best part of the story is that next turn, the guy casts Collected Company.
Oh.
And they have to call the judge again and just be like, yeah, did it again.
Oh, no. Oh, that's a silly. Oh, dear.
It's beautiful.
Right then, I need a quick break, folks. So I'm going to put us on the pause.
I might actually go to bed. It's been a long week for me.
It is 10:30. Actually, we could call it there for the night. We've played a good stretch of Magic.
That was a pretty high point to end on.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good match to end the night on. We're going to end the night on our ridiculous match where our opponent cast 3 or 4 March of the Multitudes against us and like 4 Wraths, and we cast Carnage Tyrants 7 times, something insane like that. So yeah, that's a good match to end on. Right then, so I'm gonna hold on a second, Alex. I'm gonna end the YouTube recording. YouTube, if you want to see the stream recorded live, do head over to Japan_MTG on Twitch. And if you want to see the podcast that myself and Simeon produce, do head over to standardintelligence.uk to look at all of the information from the UK competitive Magic scene. And please hit the like and subscribe buttons. They really help out a ton on YouTube. Obvious reasons. And thank you very much for watching.